What if you could start a side hustle and make 2K per month on the side, 5K per month on the side, or even turn this into a full time gig and make over $10,000 profit a month without any following, without working 12-hour days, without having any tech skills? Well, in this video, I'm actually going to explain to you exactly how you can. But first, my name is Tice. I've done exactly this. I started flipping iPhones. On the side while working 11 hours a day at a tire shop. So I started this as a side hustle while working at the tire shop. And I was able to actually grow this phone flipping business to $5,000 profit in a single month while still working every day at this tire shop. 6 days a week I was working at this tire shop. And I eventually quit my job at the tire shop and turned this into my full-time gig and scaled this to over $10,000 profit per month. So here's pictures of me at the actual tire shop. Towards the end of the tire shop, I started phone flipping towards the end of me working there. And just within a couple months of me phone flipping, I actually quit the tire shop, turned this into a full-time business, and made some pretty crazy numbers by working a lot on this phone flipping thing and kind of going through trial and error, learning this all myself on exactly how to actually run this business. So this is the month of May after I dropped out of high school. I dropped out of high school and I also quit my job at the tire shop. But this is the month of May to go all in on this phone flipping thing. But this is just what you could actually do if you turn this into a full-time business. Right? You're not going to be making, I'm going to be completely honest with you, you're not going to be making $16,000 profit a month with a side hustle. Like, you're not going to be doing this on the side. If you're making those types of numbers, you're going to be working a lot. Just like I was. But you can make 2K per month, 5K per month on the side and only work 2 hours a day. I'm going to be completely honest. But 16K profit, you're not going to be able to do that on the side. But here's actual numbers. So I quit the tire shop. This was in 2024. So yeah, here's the actual screenshots from my bank account. This was the month of May. You can see the numbers right there. And the month of April right here, same thing. All the numbers, everything is right there. So I've personally tried other businesses from scratch. Like I've done, the whole typical, I've done everything before, right? Like I used to do Amazon FBA. I dumped a couple thousand into that of buying books. I was actually doing Amazon FBA and buying books. And that completely failed. I used to resell fake AirPods, and that completely failed. And many short little like business ventures that I've diving into, and none of those have actually succeeded besides phone flipping. So I ended up losing a bunch of money, and genuinely, it's hard to explain now because I can't put myself back in that mind of where I was, but it's like this unsure feeling of, am I actually gonna even find anything that actually works? Right, I felt pretty stuck and kind of lost like all my hope of actually like making a couple $1,000s a month with something. It's a very hard feeling to explain, but I genuinely came to the conclusion that like all this online money bullshit, all online money business shit is kind of just BS. Like I was like, yeah, there's people making money, but they have something I don't, or they're doing something I'm not, and I don't know how to do it, and this and that. Like obviously I was just keep making excuses for myself. But I came to the conclusion, I was like, bro, this is all bullshit. Like, there's no way I can make a couple thousand a month doing this because this has failed, that has failed, that has failed. I had all the reason to think that, right? And you probably do too. You're probably in the same position. That's failed, this has failed, everything's failed for you. And you're probably in that position where you're kind of like, is any of this even real? Like, does any of this actually make you money? And I was in that exact same position, bro. But yes, this is the one that I found the most success with, or really any success with. So until I found the side hustle, I was not, I kind of lost all my hope. Now, if we're gonna be real, like most side hustles that you see on YouTube are either super saturated, everybody's doing them, or they kind of take forever to get results, or they just cost way too much to get started, right? If for example, if we take something like drop shipping, like something like a word that you see thrown around everywhere, drop shipping or organic drop shipping or branded drop shipping, right? It's all the same shit, but they just put a new label on it to make it feel like it's untapped, where it's the same shit. It's drop shipping is drop shipping, right? So something like drop shipping, super high ad spend. You run Facebook ads, you probably have no clue what you're doing either, and you're dumping money on Facebook ads, super slim profit margins. You have to invest a shit ton of money up front, all that bullshit, right? Stuff like Amazon FBA, you'll drop 2 to 5K. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience here. You'll drop 2 to 5K up front before you've ever even seen your first sale. Trading, you're gonna have to blow a bunch of money on funded accounts and blow a bunch of funded accounts before you even get your first payout. Like I've tried it all. Now, like most of them sound good on paper, but they're really, now that I look at it from the perspective that I'm at, they sound good on paper, but they're all designed for people that have money to burn and have time to wait. Right? Like if you have 10K to put into a business and you have the time to wait 4, 5, 6 months to see your first return and you're okay with that, go right ahead. And it's probably going to work, right? Like I'm just going to tell you, it's probably going to work out. If you have 10K to spend, you have 6 months to wait, and you actually do it, it's probably going to work out, right? But if you're watching this video, you probably don't have 10K to burn, and you probably don't have the time to wait 6 months to start making profit, right? So that's where flipping iPhones is a little different, because it's pretty fast, it's simple, and it's stupid profitable, right? Even if you're starting from complete scratch. So if we really break it down, you don't need that much to actually start out with flipping iPhones. Now, I'm going to be completely 100% transparent. If you want to make 2K per month or 5K per month or 8K per month with this business, you're going to need, if you want to hit that in a relatively like good time frame, like if you want to hit 5K a month within your first 2-3 months phone flipping, you're going to need between $1,000 and $2,000 to start up in capital. Right? I'm just going to be completely honest with you. So if you do want to hit like that 5K to 8K a month range, you're going to need $1,000 to $2,000 in startup capital, and it's going to take anywhere from like 2 to 4 months, right? And I've had people hit. I've helped out people and they've hit $2,000 profit their first month. Obviously, there's outliers where people will hit crazy numbers their first month, but on average is what I'm saying. But if you do have $1,000 to $2,000 in startup capital and you actually want help dialing everything in and you want my personal help setting everything up, you could just click the link in the description and you could book a call with me and I'll actually help you out with this whole entire process. But obviously the reason why this whole operation works so well is because, first of all, like literally everybody has an iPhone, right? So if we look at this iPhone flipping, phone flipping, whatever you want to call it, market as a whole, it's a forever market and it's not going anywhere, right? So as soon as you realize that, you realize there's like kind of unlimited scalability because this market's not going anywhere. There's always going to be phones around all the time, right? It's not, iPhones aren't going anywhere anytime soon. And just so you don't think bullshitting you and trying to hype all this up, and try and say, yeah, you could hit 5K, 2K per month within a month or 2 months, 3 months. Like, here's some of the students I've actually worked with one-on-one, and here's the money they made, right? And this is money that they made from the strategy that I'm about to show you. And if you want this exact strategy, again, you could check out that first link in the description. I'll pop a link there, and you could book in a call with me. But these are actual results from actual people, and I'm not going to completely bullshit you. Again, I'm going to be completely transparent, 100% transparent in this video. I'm going to dive into all these situations because you're probably watching this and you're like, oh, well, my situation is unique and I can't do this or I can't. No, it's not, bro. I've worked with people with the exact shit that you're saying. Like this dude, he works a 9-to-5 job, like a literal 9-to-5 job. And he made $2,000 profit his first month with phone flipping. All he did was just follow the system I gave him, right? And he works 9 to 5, and he just does phone flipping literally on the side. His first month, he made $2K in profit. This dude, Arson, he was already phone flipping, and he was making around $6,000 a month. But I gave him my strategy that I was using because he was using a completely different strategy, and we took him to 6K a month to 10K a month, our first month working together. And then Simon, he was working security, and he was also in college. So he was in college and working security. Our first month phone flipping, he did like 2K profit too. And then his third month phone flipping, he made 8K profit. He quit the job at security and everything like that. So, I could go on and on about all these people's situations, but this dude, he was also phone flipping. He was making 4K a month, and we took him to 10K a month. It's really just by implementing the right strategy. So in this video, I'm really just going to show you like the strategy, right? And because these people that were already phone flipping, they were already phone flipping and already making money, but they weren't using the right strategy, and that's why this strategy I'm about to teach you will get you to those numbers quicker and skip the whole bullshit trial and error period that they had to go through and also I had to go through. So that's kind of why I'm making this video. So that's just proof. Those are the people that I've actually helped one-on-one. That's the money they made from the strategy that I'm about to show you. Now you're probably thinking like, well, I mean, if it's so good, like why isn't everyone doing this? And I get that question a lot. And what I would say is, number one, nobody thinks of phone flipping. Like, when you ask somebody like what side hustle are they starting or what business are they thinking of starting, you're never going to hear phone flipping, right? For some reason, it's a super, super niche like business. You hear of AirPod reselling, you hear of like clothing reselling, but you never hear of iPhone reselling, right? I just kind of like realize that. Like whenever I tell somebody, yeah, I flip iPhones, they're like, wow, I never even knew that was a thing. And I was like, shit. I mean, I didn't either until I figured it out. But yeah, first of all, like nobody thinks of phone flipping. Like it's overall pretty unheard of. And number two, like the people that are doing this, like going back to what I was saying, the people that are doing this are doing it the completely wrong way. Like these people that I've took from 6K a month to 10K a month, 4K a month to 10K a month, these people were phone flipping, but they were doing it in the completely wrong way. Right? Because they were just hustling. They were just hustling with the wrong strategy. And it's not about hustling. It's about actually creating a system, actually having a system in place when you learn how to start to source deals consistently and how to move phones super, super quick and how to get consistent leads to sell you phones, like it becomes a real scalable business and not just this hustle that you're doing. Because like the way that these people were doing it, they were beyond 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day with just their little side hustle, right? But the way I'm about to teach you is way more efficient. So let me just break down exactly how the system I use actually works, right? So first of all, I run Facebook ads that bring phone sellers to me. So I'm running Facebook ads. They go on Instagram, they go on Facebook, and they just let people in my local area know that I pay cash for phones, right? So I run these ads locally. People bring phones to me that they want to sell. I meet them at you can meet people at a local Starbucks, a local Wendy's, a local McDonald's, but you're just meeting this person locally. You buy the phone at the price where you know you're profiting, and then you flip it directly to a direct buyer. That's my whole entire process. And I'm going to get into the whole direct buyers, the whole how do I know what to buy the phone for, everything like that. But I basically meet them, buy the phone at a price where I know I'm actually profiting, and then I flip it straight to one of my private buyers. Right, one of my private buyers, and it's way better than selling on Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp because you're not waiting days to sell the phone, and you know exactly what you're actually going to sell the phone for, right? So when you have a private buyer, like if you're asking, oh, how do I know what's a good price to get this phone for? Well, having a private buyer solves that problem because you will know what to get that phone for because the private buyer has a sheet of what he pays for the phones. So you already know what you're getting paid, so you just offer below that price that you see on the price sheet, right? So flip it directly to one of my private buyers. I don't fix anything. I don't hold inventory for days. Whereas like if you're selling on Facebook Marketplace or you're selling on OfferUp, you're holding inventory for days. I don't do any of that. I'm just the middleman at the end of the day. I just keep the profit, right? I get the phones from the sellers, and I just have a buyer right there waiting to buy the phones from me. So I'm basically just a middleman. I'm basically just a middleman. So that's the system right there, right? And once it's set up, it literally runs like clockwork, right? Good ads get you more phones. Like good ads equal more phones. Good ads equal more connections because you'll build suppliers, you'll build people you'll build recurring customers, and also you'll meet people that have boxes and batches of phones. Like they're called like suppliers, right? People that will start to supply you with phones in bulk. So good ads equal more connections and gets people like that, attracts people that will start selling you 10, 20, 30 phones at a time in a week, right? And then more phones obviously equals more profit, and it's really just clean, it's fast, and it actually works, right? So you're wondering, you're probably saying like, oh, well, that's it. Like that's literally my system right there. I'm telling you, it's fucking simple as business, right? I run Facebook ads to get the phones. I meet up with the person locally to buy the phone and actually inspect it and everything. And I know what to buy it for because I have a private buyer ready to buy the phone from me. And I just sell the phone, right? Like that's really it. So yeah, flipping phones, it's not just some random hustle. If you do it the right way, it's really like a system. And this system works because it's really built on leverage, right? Because you're getting phones from Facebook ads, and not many people are doing it like this. Because whereas like not many people are. What I mean by that is not many people are doing it like this. By like they're not having sellers come to them. They're not having people come to them to sell them phones. A lot of people just do cold outreach on Facebook Marketplace and try to just message 20, 30 people, and they'll probably get like one phone out of that. But a lot of people try cold outreach. A lot of people go on Facebook Marketplace and try and get a phone off there. But not many people are doing it this way, where you run Facebook ads and you actually get sellers to come to you to sell you a phone. And then having buyers already lined up to buy that phone. So you don't need to build a brand. You don't need to go viral, or you don't need to spend months waiting for your first dollar to actually come in. And at the end of the day, this isn't for everyone, but I mean, if you got $1,000 to $2,000 in startup capital and you're tired of chasing like shiny object syndrome, and you want to get something real that can actually get you paid fast, then this is definitely 100% for you. So if you do want help with this, like I've helped these people, if you do want help with this, you can book a call with me using the first link in the description. I'll just kind of give you my whole strategy and help you out with everything, help you out with the Facebook ads, the buyers, everything like that. So if you do want to get mentored and help with me one-on-one, you could click the first link in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.